Today we're going to be talking about natural resources. All right, so you can label your notebook resources, okay, in your notes. So first we're going to talk about types of resources that we have. So first we have renewable, okay. These resources can be replaced by natural processes, okay. Some examples of renewable resources would be soil, forests, oxygen, fresh water, okay? These are our renewable resources, okay? Second, we have non-renewable, which means these resources cannot be replaced naturally after they've been used, okay? So this would be fossil fuels, okay? So renewable, non-renewable, are those terms familiar to us? Yes, right? I'm sure you guys have heard them before, maybe even in science, talking about these types of resources. But again, make sure you have these in your notes. And I would also recommend making sure you are able to name an example of each, okay? Name an example of each. So make sure you're thinking about that as well. All right, next we're going to talk about soil. Okay. Most soils have 3 layers, A, B, and C horizons. Okay. So horizon A is also known as topsoil. Okay. Rich in humus as well as plants and animals. And it has the most plant roots. Okay, so this layer has the most plant roots. Okay, and it's rich with plants, animals, right? The decaying plants and animals. Okay. And I'm not sure if we pronounce that humus. I'm not quite sure in the pronunciation of that, okay? But again, horizon A, topsoil, okay? Moving forward, we have horizon B. This is also known as subsoil. Okay, this is the middle layer. And this is mostly made up of minerals. Okay, so again, horizon A, topsoil. This is our first layer of soil. Okay, this is where we have plant roots. Moving down a layer, we have horizon B, our subsoil. This is the middle layer. Okay, made up of mostly minerals. And then finally, horizon C is composed of weathered rock fragments from the soil. Okay, so weathered rock fragments are primarily found in this horizon C. Okay, so again, these are our 3 layers of soil. Okay, A, B, and C horizons. All right, let's move forward. Sustaining soil resources. So, producing food for the world depends on soil, right? Farming, planting of food, right? That depends on soil, okay? Soil erosion is a natural process, but farming speeds up this process. So when we think about producing food for the world, is that a lot of farming? Is that a lot of soil you're using to do that farming? Yeah, right? So again, soil is removed faster then the new soil can be formed. Okay, and this mostly affects Horizon A. What was Horizon A? Topsoil, yes. Yeah, this is the layer of soil that contains most of the plant roots. Okay, if we're growing food, if we're farming, right, plant roots, that's primarily our farming is going to be in that top layer, Horizon A. Okay. So again, we're losing soil faster than new soil can be formed through soil erosion. Okay. Farming speeds up that process. Another term I want us to be familiar with, contour plowing. Okay, this works across hills. Okay, so rather than up and down. So you're creating, there's all the picture on the next slide to better create this, but you are farming, right, planting across a hill rather than up and down. Okay, this slows down the movement of water. All right, so contour plowing, and I'll have a picture on the next slide to help you visualize that a little better. But again, this slows down that movement of water, which also slows down that soil erosion process, okay? So here we have a picture, okay? Contour plowing, right? So if you see, we have like a hill here, right? So it's all falling up and down, we're going around along the side, okay? So this helps slow that movement of water, okay? Which helps slow down that erosion process. Because what is a force with erosion? Gravity, water, yeah. And right here, primarily we're worried about water. Okay, so that's slowing that movement of water. Okay, let's move forward. I have our last slide here. Okay. Soil exhaustion. Okay, this is where soil becomes nearly useless for farming. Okay, so what do we have to do to help prevent that? Crop rotation. Has anyone heard of that before? Yes, right, probably a pretty familiar term. Farmers around here do that, crop rotation. So it's planting different crops in alternating years, okay? And this helps replace nutrients. So let's say you are growing wheat in one of your fields. Are you going to want to plant wheat there year after year after year after year? No, right? All of the nutrients that wheat needs is going to be depleted. Okay, so instead you might rotate wheat and then beans year after year, right? Since they use different nutrients, okay, it gives enough time for those other nutrients to be replaced. Okay, so again, crop rotation. Okay, another key term we're going to look at, irrigation. Have we heard of the term irrigation? Yeah, right, probably pretty familiar. Process where water is artificially supplied to the land. Have you driven by fields that have those big, I don't even know how to describe them. They have wheels and they move across the field. Can anyone help me out? How do you describe that? It's not a tractor because it stays in the field. Yeah, it's like a metal rod, but yet it sprays water out of it. Kind of, yeah. And they're super long, right? And they spread out across the field. Yeah, maybe that's what you call them. I'm not sure. But you see them pretty commonly. I know I've seen some around Morrison in this area before, but that's irrigation, right? Bringing water to the fields. okay? Sometimes, okay, however, that can lead to soil salinization, okay? And that just means a salt buildup in the soil, okay? So that's a kind of a key term here, salinization, defined as salt buildup in the soil.